Bruh, I caught it.
So last time I believe we did the metal filler on this crack. A couple days ago, I just filled it in with the glazing putty, and I just sprayed some guide coat not that long ago. So I'm just gonna block sand this and then get it as straight as possible. I'm gonna be working on the cab. Completely today, getting rid of all this body filler, getting it straight, and then spraying it down. We got some denture right here, so I'm just gonna put some glazing putty over that, sand this out a little more, slap on some filler, and then get all these dents just out, make it straight, and then yeah, hopefully I have time to spray it today. Obviously I'll like plastic this off and then spray, but we are gonna take the windows out eventually. Taking this one out, but I'm gonna need another hand on this. But yeah, we're gonna block sand this and then get it straight. Should be done by then. And then the rest of the day I'm gonna work on this, and I will take you guys to the truck bed right now. Excuse the toolage, but here is the bed. I put some aluminum filler here because it had a couple dents. Dent here, dent there. But yeah, I stripped it down with that bad boy. This is my Contour STC by Eastwood. 100% recommend it if you are a body guy or trying to get into it. It gets sanding super efficiently, and as you can tell, it really just takes down the paint. This wheel I'm using is the 40 grit wheel, and then I believe this is the 180 or 320. It doesn't say, but it's one of the, I think it's the 180, pretty sure. But yeah, we got both sides. This side just needs this little section. We got this whole thing down. Again, small little dents, dings. Nothing really on the top either. It's just really, I mean, for the most part, this truck is really straight, which is a good thing. But a little more left over right there. My only issue right now is down here. There's like this line of a scratch. Now, this side doesn't have it, and I'm still wondering how I'm gonna work that out. I don't know if I want to use the dent puller or just like fill it in with Bondo, but I will film it when I get to that point. Moving to the bed of the truck, I'm pretty sure we're not gonna do a bed liner. The previous bed liner that was on here was terrible. We used some aircraft remover and like some wire brushes, and this guy that had a wire brush, use this wire brush right here, super effective. But yeah, aircraft remover and that brush or that drill thingy with the wire, and yeah, it's at where it's at right now. So a little more work here and there. There is a little dent like right here that I need to take out, but that's for another day. And then we just got to clear it out and then paint it. I'm just gonna do a quick little time lapse. I'm just gonna smoothen this out as best as possible. Get all these little ridges smoothened out, and then hopefully you guys can see the finished product. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use this thin block. It's a Dura block, and then there's like the little info for it. Model AF4405. And then here I just have some regular 6-inch 180 grit discs. And yeah, yeah. Alright, so as you can see, what I'm trying to achieve is just absolute straightness. For the most part, everything's already straight. I know that it looks like there's some high spots here, but this is actually a low spot, and it's just like evened out with this. Right here, I still have a little bit of a ridge, so I'm gonna chase it down a little more until I get that feather edge. But for the most part, the rest up here, everything here and over is going to be the same as that. I got everything smoothed out. Everything's nice and even, sanded up and perfect. There is a little bit of spots like in the door jamb right here. They're like a little open, but it's not gonna be an issue. I'll just hit it with some more putty later after I primer. Right now I'm just gonna tape it off along the window, paper it, and just spray the top half. Transtar black primer. The reason why I'm using black primer is because the truck itself is going to be painted black, so to make that black color really deep and like super nice looking, black on black is going to be the way to go. Meaning black primer with black paint. Just going to put some tape right here and then just spray it off. And now for the paper. Completely forgot to start recording, but it took a while to do this. Got one more spot. Fuck that fly. Bruh, I caught it. I caught the fly. Alright, and we got this whole thing masked. Shouldn't be too hard, but I'm also gonna paint in this little crease. And yeah, any bare metal that I see, I'm just gonna cover. Now hopefully this nozzle doesn't mess up, because recently I've been trying to spray it and it's coming out like very round rather than fanned out, you know, like that. So hopefully I don't get it any runs, but here goes nothing. Ah, never mind. Nice. Alright, so I'm gonna just cover this up and I will be back. And this is how it looks. As you can tell, completely flush now. And don't worry about that, there's a trim hole, just like all these. We are gonna put the trim pieces back on. But, yeah, so that little separation that we had is now gone. Show you guys the other side. Here it is. Like I said, up in bruh. Alright, no worries with that, but I will have to fix that along with that. But for the most part, oh yeah, also this right here, I don't know if you guys can see it, that right there, big old chunk of lint just got stuck on there, so I had to scrape it off with my nail. But yeah, I mean, that's not the only coat of primer I'm gonna leave on it, because I am gonna get a big old bucket of, not a bucket, but like a gallon and a half of black primer sealer, epoxy primer I mean, and I'm gonna do the whole cab. So now we got that done, I'm just gonna let it dry a little more, just so I don't get it contaminated with any more of the body filler that I'm gonna be sanding down here. And then yeah, I'm just gonna get to work on all this, and then hopefully cover it up too by tonight. So stick around. So real quick, what I'm gonna explain right now is basically what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna record it because I'm just trying to be quick with it, but we got some rust here that we need to get out. I don't know if I'm gonna take out this body filler completely out, but if I have to, I will. We got some little dents here, like I said earlier. We're gonna just sand this off right here and then just fill it in with the glazing putty. Same thing with down here, just sand it, make sure none of that rust is there, and treat some of this stuff too. But for the most part, everything down here is pretty straight, so shouldn't be long for me to do. Let's just get to it. Okay, so I just finished applying some of that putty, and it looks kind of janky right here because it started drying up on me, but it'll sand out. Threw some guide coat on it, neutralize the metal under it, and then I'm just gonna fill all this up with glazing putty also. But I'm gonna start shaping this, and then hopefully I can get that sprayed off soon too. I'm not too worried about anything down here because at this point I'm just gonna spray over it, and then once I get this shaped, I should be able, for the most part, get all that done. And then, yeah, just spray it black. After like an hour and a half of sanding, applying more putty and sanding, I got this whole edge pretty much straight. I do have some holes right here that I'm just gonna go over, and then probably just put some glazing putty over that, and then I'll finish this up probably tomorrow. But I will be primering all this, or actually not, probably just this section. And then yeah, just call it a day for now, and then tomorrow finish the rest of that up, and then move on to the rest of the body. I got the edge all sealed up with some black primer. This edge looking pretty good. There is some spots like down here where I still have some little ridges that I need to sand down. Little stuff here and there, but I'm not too worried about it because, like I said, tomorrow I'm just gonna come back and get back on it. I just wanted to seal off the metal so it doesn't start rusting again. And obviously it's still a little wet, but by tomorrow it should be good. And then knock out that chunk. The waviness right here isn't too bad, but obviously I'm gonna notice it, so I need to get back and cover that up. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, it's pretty clean bodywork.